So Townstar just announced all the details for their new sale. And it's going to be a big one, folks. It's going to introduce 18 brand new NFTs into the game, some of which are very powerful. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the sale, the utility of all the new NFTs, try to break it down for you, and share my thoughts on the sale. I am going to talk about the use case of all the NFTs in another video that's going to come out soon after this one. So stay tuned for that. I did not want to put all of it in one single info in case you didn't care about the use case of the NFTs. But let's get started. So the Corrupted Luxury Packs will go on sale on March 13th, 2023 at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So the way this sale is going to work is they're going to sell one NFT, and that's going to be the Corrupted Luxury Pack. You'll be able to exchange that NFT in order to open it, and that's going to give you one random NFT. And we'll talk about which types of NFTs you can get in a moment. So the Corrupted Luxury Pack will have a supply of 2,850 in the Gala Game store. It will go for $350 for each pack, which is pretty pricey, but technically this pack NFT is ancient rarity. It will be purchasable in only Town or Gala. Normally they will allow credit card sales for these NFTs, but for this sale, they are not allowing credit cards. Since this is one of those NFTs where you probably want to buy it and open it immediately, this is why they decided to opt out of credit cards for this one. So once again, no credit card purchases for this sale. Each pack contains one of 17 different NFTs. There are a total of 450 ancient NFTs and 2,400 legendary NFTs that can be randomly drawn from the packs. So that means you will get either an ancient or a legendary NFT with each of the Corrupted Luxury Pack purchases upon opening it, of course. So here's all the ancient NFTs in the pack. All the ancient NFTs are stands, you know, similar to the wheat stand or the sugarcane. They are stands that give a passive amount of a product to all nearby tiles. So these stands do not need a road next to them, so they have no road requirement, and they will supply a passive amount of goods of up to 6, which is incredibly high. So there are 8 different ancient corrupted stands right here. So we have the Pinot Noir grape stand, Cabernet grape stand, Chardonnay grape stand, peppermint stand, pumpkin stand, cocoa stand, limestone stand, chromium stand, and silica stand. That's going to be all 9 of the ancient corrupted stands right there. So then we have the legendary NFTs. These legendary NFTs are going to be luxury legendary storages. So these storages hold 150 of the item they're intended to hold, and they will cast no shade, which is really nice that they cast no shade. So these are the luxury sugar storage, mineral storage, wood storage, oak storage, milk storage, cake storage, energy storage, and uniform storage. They wanted to be specific that the mineral storage holds both limestone and chromium, and the cake storage stores all cake varieties. Now, one thing I want to point out with these storages is we actually already have some of these storages in the form of a lower rarity version of the storage. So the sugar storage that already exists, there's a common sugar storage that holds 10. The wood storage exists, there's a big woodshed storage that holds 60 wood. The oak storage exists, there's also a big oak shed storage that stores 60 oak wood. The milk storage is coming real soon. If you played every day in March, you'll receive a rare milk storage. That one stores 40. If you only play 10 days, you would receive a common milk storage that stores 10. So that one will already be existing. The cake storage they just recently put in the store, that the epic cake storage that they sold stores 60 cakes. And it also stores all variety of cakes. And that's the only ones that currently there's like another version of the storage. So those storages may not be as popular. I can see the mineral storage, the energy storage, and the uniform storage are unique. We don't have a storage that stores specifically those items, so that is pretty unique. As for the stands, they are actually all unique. We don't have any stands that provide any passive products of, well, the ones mentioned here. So that is pretty unique as well on all the stands, which is a good thing. So total, it was 9 ancient stands and 8 different luxury legendary storages. So 17 NFTs total. You will be able to get one of these NFTs completely random, but you will get one. However, there are some more details I need to get into with the probability of getting these NFTs, and I will mention that a little further into the video. So as a bonus for purchasing this pack, which once again, they cost $350, bonus for purchasing this pack, for every pack you purchase, you're going to get a free NFT, and that NFT is going to be the Rare Pottery Shop. So the Rare Pottery Shop has a special ability to it. The Rare Pottery Shop is immune to dirty. Now, if you've ever played Townstar and messed with pottery shops before, you know that the pottery shop needs energy in order to craft its most valuable craft, which is the ceramic bowl. However, it doesn't like the dirty effect. It's going to slow it down significantly. So the only real way to get around that is to craft energy manually, to supply it manually to the pottery shop far away from any dirty, since power plants cast dirty, so you can't really have them next to pottery shops without slowing them down. Or you would have to build a nuclear power plant and have nothing else around it that casts dirty. That way you could have pottery shops with passive energy and on-green timer. Now, there are other ways to get around it, like having certain amount of NFTs, such as an orb of hope that clears the dirty of the tiles next to it. But the good thing about this NFT that makes it special is that it is immune to dirty. So having a pottery shop that you can instantly place down and that it's immune to dirty, it is a nice perk. It is a nice perk, I will get you that. This doesn't make it an absolutely necessary NFT to have, but it is a nice one. It also has the other perks that you would expect it to have. It has a faster movement speed, and it works for 25% less wages. So all things considered, it is a nice bonus free NFT that you will get if you decide to purchase this pack. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. That's all the details for this announcement, but there are a couple more details that they mention in the Medium blog post, which we'll check out right now. So this Medium blog post mentions some of the things we already mentioned. It does have a picture of one of the NFTs, which is the Corrupted Cocoa stand. In my opinion, it looks pretty cool. It really does look corrupted, honestly. And one important thing they mention about the probability that you really need to keep in mind if you're thinking of buying one of these NFTs, hoping you'll get a 50-50 shot at a stand or something. That is not how it works. Very important that you know this. The chance of pulling an ancient corrupted stand from the luxury pack is 15.8%. Now, the reason for that is because there's way less corrupted stands than there are luxury storages. So you have a higher likelihood of getting a legendary luxury storage. And to be honest, anybody buying this is going to want the corrupted stands. The ancient corrupted stands are going to definitely be more valuable than what you paid for the pack, at least in my opinion. But they are significantly harder to get. It is about a 1 in 6 chance that you will get an ancient corrupted stand. And I already mentioned all the stands and all the storages. And right here, it also says the chance of actually getting a luxury storage is 84.2%, so 5 in 6 chance. So the reason for this is because there are less ancient corrupted stands. There are actually a total of 450 of the ancient corrupted stands. There's going to be 50 of each of the 9, which makes up 450 total. As for the storages, I believe they mentioned there is a total of 2,400 of these storages. There are 8 different storages, and each one has a supply of 300. So that makes up 2,400 total, plus 450 total. In total, there are 2,850 NFTs introduced here with the luxury pack. in addition to the possibility of there being 2,850 pottery shops. That depends on how many people buy this NFT. Now, one thing I should mention to be specific is you do get a free rare pottery shop NFT if you buy this pack, but that's only going on until the end of March. So if you decide you want to buy this luxury pack on April or anytime after March 2023, then you won't qualify for the rare pottery shop NFT anymore. So those will be minted in a supply that matches the exact amount of the luxury card packs that were purchased during the month of March. So founders nodes will get a percentage of the total minted supply. So it does state that they will receive 4% of the total minted supply. So there will be some founders nodes out there receiving these packs. They might not even play Town Stars, so they might actually sell it on the secondary market. They might be curious, they might open it, and then they might decide to sell it on the secondary market. And that's something to keep in mind, because sometimes these founders, they don't care for the NFT basically, so they may actually sell it on the secondary market for a pretty good price because they don't know the real value of the NFT. It's a real possibility and something to keep in mind. Now that's basically all the details for the sale. Yeah, I already mentioned all the utilities. So Cocoa Stand would give 6 passive Cocoa, Cabernet Grapes would give 6 passive Cabernet Grapes, and you get basically the same idea for all of them. Up to 6 passive, just to be clear. So it goes 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just as you would expect with most NFTs. And as for the storages, each one stores 150, which is an insane amount. It's so much of an item to store. I'm not exactly sure why you would want to store that much, but perhaps it would help you just collect items for the meta while you're in the beginning of your developing your town or something like that. So pretty much last thing I want to talk about is my thoughts on the sale. Considering there's going to be 2,850 for sale at $350 each. If they were to completely sell out, they would generate roughly $1 million in revenue just from the sale. Now, I can tell you, I do not expect them to sell out. There's no way. It's just too many NFTs. I don't believe there's enough people playing Townstar right now to actually justify that amount of NFTs being sold. So yes, in my opinion, there's absolutely no way this is going to sell out even before the month. They will probably sell a good couple, but yes, there's no way they'll sell out. And the only reason they will sell a good couple is because there are still some Townstar collectors out there that really want to buy a couple of these to try to get a few of the different stands to up their game, even though it's low chance, and they might not realize that. They might get tricked into buying a couple and just get a bunch of storages, which is really unfortunate. The second thing I want to mention is this is very RNG dependent. RNG as in random number generator. This is basically gambling. That's honestly the way I see this. This is a gamble. This is gotcha right here. So you'll buy a pack, you don't know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get one of 17 different things, but you have a higher likelihood of getting something you don't want instead of getting the thing you do want. And even if you do get an ancient stand, what's the odds that it's gonna be the stand you actually want the most and the one you're going to use the most? So that's the thing. Completely huge gamble. You could get something of lower value, you could get something of clearly higher value. It's very possible. It's a gamble, it's a win or lose situation right here. So do I think this NFT is worth purchasing or not? In my opinion, no, this NFT is not worth purchasing. Yes, it's a clear no. I just can't justify it. I'm not going to be purchasing this NFT myself. Don't get me wrong, I would love to have one of these. In fact, I'll be honest. I'm going to be looking at the secondary market to see if I can put a low offer on some of these stands and try to scoop one up. Now, it's kind of stupid that I am telling everyone that I'm going to do this, because there's going to be some people that are obviously going to have the same idea and try to do the same thing, and then I won't be able to get it. But I'm just sharing my honest advice on the matter. That's what I'm going to be doing personally. I'm not going to be buying any from the Gala Game Store, but I may put an offer on some of these that is on the low end, on the off chance that somebody does end up wanting to dump one of these NFTs for cheap, in which case I'll take it. But there's a lot of people that are going to be doing that as well, I would assume so. So yeah, I can't justify purchasing this. I know there's some people that are going to go ahead and do it. Maybe they'll win the lottery, maybe they'll get the stand that they believe is the most valuable, they'll greatly benefit in the game, perhaps they may just flip it for profit. It's all very possible. I do see the possibilities. I would be very careful with this sale. I don't see anything wrong with them trying to sell this. I mean, they're generating money for Townstar. I completely understand that. I have nothing against it. It's just that this NFT is too RNG dependent. Honestly, I have shit luck when it comes to these RNG dependent sales. Like, if I buy one, there's no way I'm gonna get what I want. I already know that. And that's basically all I have. I'm not going to go in depth into which one I think is better than the others, not in this video. That's something I will discuss in the next video. I'm going to talk about the use case of all the NFTs and basically rank them in which ones I think are best to worst, or something like that. So stay tuned for that video. Consider liking this video if you found it informative. Leave a comment letting me know what you think about this sale, if you're going to buy one. What are your thoughts? I would really like to know. And consider subscribing so you don't miss out on any of my content or that next video I'm going to make following this one up. And that's all I got. So I greatly appreciate everyone's support. Thank you for watching.